All right, everybody, let's see here. Come on. Let's see if this is working. It is. Okay, I want to go ahead and welcome everyone in to tonight's live stream. Tonight, we are actually going to do something a little bit different. I put out, hey, would you be interested in seeing how teams break down film on the back end? This is dealing with the software in terms of not really the software, because I don't have necessarily access to all the software, but it's a way of how teams will prepare, look at the game film, break it down so that they can do film study and prepare their game plans. It's something that they do with DV Sport. It's now known as Catapult Thunder. It used to be known as XOS Thunder and even Huddle. We're going to use an Excel file to do it. And what you can see at the bottom of the screen, okay, so we've got the film right here, and then at the bottom of the screen, you can kind of see. We're going to use an Excel file, but these are samples of example columns of how teams will have it in their software with the breakdown. This isn't all inclusive. There's some teams that will do stuff where it's way more. There's a lot more, and then some will go more basic. This is just kind of giving you a good general overview. Teams will do a lot of different things. So I just want to make sure that you understand that. So let me go ahead and go through just exactly what's happening with these columns so you guys can kind of understand what's going on. Play number, just so you guys understand, when the film comes in, it's uploaded. Play number for our purposes today is not going to matter because the play numbers are just how many plays there are in the game total. Whether it's offense, defense, or kick, you're going to have it there, offense. And so it's just all the play numbers. So for our purposes, this could be like play 5 of the game, play 6, play 7. We're not even going to worry about it. It's just there so you guys can kind of see. Teams have it that way. So, sometimes filmers mess up stuff as well. So it's a way for you to be able to kind of match up with the plays that you have, whether it be sideline view or even the end zone view matching up with the sideline view. So this is the kind of stuff that's important to understand. ODK. So every play is marked with either offense, defense, or kick. When a team is doing offense, the team that you're scouting, you're going to put their offense. You're going to mark it as O. So for our purposes, we are going to be playing North Dakota State. We are South Dakota State. We are Montana State. We are prepping for our game against North Dakota State in the playoffs. So we're watching their film. So every time it's North Dakota State's offense, that's why it would be marked as an O. Every time that it was their defense would be marked with a D. Any special teams, whether it be field goal, punt, kick return, kickoff, any of that, that's marked as a kick. So for our purposes, we're going to mark everything as O. This would go to the defensive coaches who are breaking it down. This is what they would be watching. They'd be watching North Dakota State's offense, getting an idea. Down in distance, it's pretty simple. I've already kind of filled in the first column. So this is the first play of a drive for North Dakota State. Some teams will do 0 and 10 instead of 1st and 10. 0 and 10 means it's a new drive, so it kind of gives them an idea. Hey, this is the start of a new drive. Sometimes teams do something at the start of a drive a little bit different than when they get 1st and 10. So we're going to do it that way. We're going to do 0 and 10. That's the start of a new drive. Kind of gives you an idea that way. That's how in depth it can get when you're breaking down film. Distance, obviously, down 10. So we'll go 0, 1, 2, 3, down 10. We're not going to have 4th down unless they go for it on a 4th down. We won't have that, but that gives you an idea. And the distance is the yards that they have to go. Hash, left, right hash. It's real simple. We're always going to use where the offense is. So if the offense is on the left hash, middle, right, that gives us an idea. Personnel, we want to just use basic personnel. I made a video about what it means. So when I say 11 personnel, so right here, we're on the left hash. Yard line is the 50-yard line. The ball's on the 50. Just so you guys know, when the ball's on your side of the field, it is a minus. So if we were on our own 25, it would be a minus 25. Or let's say we're watching North Dakota State would be minus 25. When they're on the plus side of the field, and then it's plus 25. Personnel, we'll have 0, 10, 11. We'll go through that. One back, one tight end is 11 personnel. That's why we have it right here like this. Let me go ahead, rewind this just a little bit so you can kind of see how this works out. Offensive formation, I've put gun near right, ace slot close. We have a tight end who's to the right. Gun near says our back is near the strength of the offense. So he's in the gun, but he's near to the tight end. Ace for single back, one tight end. We're going to use ace as a formation. Slot close, so the slot's close. Everything's tight. Now, You can do it one of two ways. So for offensive formation, sometimes teams will put this in and they will say, we'll just do the strength in the formation. Other teams like to do the offensive strength. That's why there's a thing next to it that says right. Offensive strength is to the right. We're just going to keep it in because then you can actually sort, hey, how many times when the strength is to the right are they running this particular play or are they not? There's coaches get really into depth, guys, just so you understand. Typically, who does the film breakdown at the big schools, by the way, is the graduate assistants or the analysts. As you start going down in levels, though, it's usually the coaches that are breaking down the film. So you got a lot of experience at it because I coached at smaller schools as well. Motion, we just put in the motion. Offensive play, I call it 18 toss because we're tossing it. And we've got pulling linemen. So it's 18 toss. We're trying to get to the outside with pulling linemen. Play type is run or pass. That's all it's going to be, run or pass. Result, result just means like interception, touchdown, something like that. We're not going to necessarily have to put every time it's a gainer because we have gain or loss. Gain is plus 7 yards. So they gain 7 yards on the play. If they lose yards, it's a minus. Play direction is to the right. We go right, left. We can even put middle. Defensive front. This is where you put the defensive front in. It was a 4-3 understacked by Mercer. Coverage, it looked like cover 4. So this is where it's always a little hard on run plays because you got to try and figure out what the coverage play call was for that so that you get an idea. Blitz, if they're bringing a blitz, we'll put that in. And then quarter, it's the first quarter. Notes will be like, hey, they're in the 2-minute offense. Let's go. We got to go fast. It might change. They might be running some stuff in 2 minutes to give us an idea. And I know that there is that in this film. So every time when you're watching film, just so you guys understand, you're going to usually get a sideline, which has the scoreboard, so that you can see down distance, score of the game. Then you're going to get sideline view. Then you're going to get end zone view. That's how it works with film. So right here, as you can see, 1st and 10, we're going to put it at 0-10 because it's the start of a new drive. Ball on the 50-yard line, as you see right there. And let's just get into it. And we'll go from there as we go along. You guys are more than welcome to help out with it. Generally what happens is before you run the play, you're going to come out. You'll go like this. You're going to stop and you're going to look. What you want to look at is, again, what's the offensive formation? So we're just going to put in like 0 and 10, left hash. Remember, it's left hash, not the defense is, not the way the defense is facing, the way the offense is facing. So it's left hash. 50-yard line. There's nothing that needs to be put plus or minus. Personnel is 11. Remember, we've got the tight end. And you know what? I'm going to pull up my pen just so I can help you guys out in drawing it up so you guys can see it. We have a tight end right here. We have our tight end right here. And then we have slot close, right? We're close formation with slot close. Tight end, running back is near to the tight end. So that's why it's gun near. A slot close, strength is to the right. This is just kind of like a way that if we want to eventually sort it, we can of right and stuff. So now we have the formation. We can put in the defense, 4-3 under stack. Reason I'm thinking it's cover 4, and you guys in the chat can argue with me. I'm fine with it. Coaches, they'll debate it all the time. Like coaches will literally debate. Is it this? Is it this? Reason I'm saying looks like cover 4 is off. He's playing off. They're split. And these guys, it's just the way it looks, the way the snap looks. We're just going to go cover 4 is the way it looks. So as I run the play, you'll see 18 toss. See how he's kind of backpedaling. They're stepping back, and then he's reacting. That's why we're saying 18 toss. Looks like cover 4. It's a good matchup for North Dakota State, and it's a 7-yard gain on the play. We'll get the end zone view, and this is confirming the 4-3 under. Under fronts, guys, means that you are aligning your defensive line away from the strength. The strength of the offense is the tight end. It is always the tight end. Just so you guys understand, if a tight end's in the game, wherever he is lined up, that is the strength for the defense because of that. You could have 3 receivers to the opposite side on the wide side of the field. It still means that the strength would be to the tight end side. So because the tight end's right here, we've got basically, this looks like a head up 4. Could be a 5 tech. Shade on the center, 3 tech. Or 2i, no, not 2i, 3. And then a wide 5. Okay, so they're under. The defensive line is shifted away from the tight end. That's why it's called under. hopefully that explains a little bit to you guys as well. We're going to be a little slow going forward to begin with because I got to walk you through the process. But as we go along, you're going to get an idea as we fill it out. Okay, so as you can see here, now let's go to the next one. Next one is an offense. So we got offense. It's now 2nd and 3. We're going to be on the right hash. We'll wait to put that in. But the ball is on the plus 43-yard line. So remember, it's important to understand. And I got to fix this on this. Let me make sure. Plus 43, because Excel will want to kick out of that. Let me fix that. Ignore error. So plus 43. Okay, and I'm going to just do that. Okay, same on this column. Give me just a second, guys. Okay, so it's on the plus 43-yard line. It is on the opposing team's 43-yard line. This is how it works. We can also, guys, if you want to put time in, we can, but for our purposes, I'm just going to show you the basics. Okay, so we have what we need from this screen. It's a 0-0 game. All right, we're going to stop right there. This is, guys, it is time consuming to do this. This is not a quick and easy thing. Okay, we have a tight end right here. He is in a wing position. This is kind of like Y off trips. So we're going to be in 11 personnel. This time we're going to be in gun far right, Y off trips. We'll use NCAA, the EA college football game, okay? And the tight end is off, we know, because he is on the line, so he has to be off. All right, so that's how we would do that. That's how we would label that to begin with. Offensive strength, remember, it's always to the side of the tight end. So it's right. If there's no tight end, it's to the field. So if there was no tight end here, it'd be to the most receivers, which would be 3. But then also, we'll get into it. I'll explain it a little bit more. We have a motion coming into play here. But before we do the motion, defense, it looks like the defense is aligned strong to the offense. So this is actually a nickel 42 over. Look, I'm going to put nickel 42. The reason I'm going to call it nickel is we have 2 linebackers right in here. Just so you guys understand, 2 linebackers right here. We have a safety, and this is probably the nickel. Just so you guys understand, this is how it's going through the process. Maybe this is the nickel. What you do is you look up the players as well. But you would have, right, we've got 5 DBs on the field. So that's telling us it's a nickel 42 over. The defensive line is shifted towards the strength on this play. And the reason is we've got trips, so they need to be shifted over a little bit. You want to adjust based on that. Okay, so let's go ahead and run the play forward. As we do, we're going to get a motion. I'm going to use the Z as the motion on this one. So this is gun far right, Y off trips. This now we have a receiver coming in. Motion would be Zim. I'm going to call it Zim. Zin. Z in, motioning in. Z is motioning in. So the Z is motioning in. And now what we're going to have is we're going to have gun Y off trips, Zin. Okay. Now we could also put a little mark right there and then create that into a wing formation. So gun far right, wing, double wing after the motion. For our purposes, I'm not going to do that. We could, but we're not. That's how technical you can get. Zin. We could also say zin to wing. Right there. That's how I would probably do it. Zin to wing. Zin to Y wing. Okay? So it's zin to Y wing. Z is now motioned in. Y wing. Now we're going to run the play. Okay? So first, we're going to watch the offensive play. It is a run play. Looks like it's a read. So So let's go back to the beginning. So this is a read play. This would be then, I would call this 12 read. And if you notice, the Z right here, Z right here, he is going in, he's going to run basically like a wham to lead block. So we have a tight end that runs a wham. Well, we got to have something for the Z that runs it. So I'm going to call it 12 read Zam. So we know that it's the Z that's basically running the wham block. 12 read Zam. Okay. So we have 12 read Zam, QB pulls. It's a run play. And I might put QB pull right here so we know QB pulled it. As a, you know what? Actually, I'm going to put that in the notes. QB pull. Okay. Result is a first down. I believe it's going to be a first down. Yep. Gain is result is a first down. Okay. So that's where you put result in, guys. Just because they get gains, that's not what you're going to do. All right. What was the gain? Where is he mark? Where is this ref at the bottom going to mark this? So it looks like it's a 5-yard gain. Okay. Now we can always go back and correct this if when we look at the scoreboard, that's not where it is. Remember, it was on the 43-yard line. So that tells us what we need to do. By the way, when you do this in like Huddle and stuff or in the software, it'll actually just automatically move it on the yard line, how far they got to go. Sometimes it'll automatically just put in like the new down and distance. Where did the play go? Well, the play direction was to the right, but the play actually ended up going to the left. So we're going to go left like this. All right, so nickel 42 over. Now we got to go back. What's the coverage looking like? Well, because our cornerbacks are bailing right here, looks like it's man coverage. Okay, sorry. See how he's looking at the receiver? Looking at the receiver. That's telling me, hey, this is what we should be looking at. Okay, this is what we should be doing, looking at right there. Okay, now we have defenders stepping up. So I am going to say most likely, let's go back just ever so slightly on the play. This is where it gets a little tough, guys, because you got to do this and you're trying to make sure that you think based on what they're doing. I think this is just cover 2 man. The safeties aren't really, no one's shooting. There's no blitz. Notice that the backers aren't blitzing, and because the backers aren't blitzing, I'm not going to think it's a 0 high look. I think it's man coverage, but it might just be 2 man. Okay, because the nickel stepping down, backers are reacting. Just the way that they're reacting, it's man coverage. I'm just going to go 2 man. There's no blitz. If anybody in the chat wants to disagree and explain why, you're more than welcome to. I'm not going to be offended. Okay, so that's how that goes right there. Oh, excuse me, we forgot to do the hash. They're on. So they're not on the hash. When they've got to be on the right or left hash, this is in the middle of the field. They're still in the middle of the field. Excuse me, that is wrong. I just deleted my own thing. Okay, they're middle of the field. So we just put an M right there. Boom. Okay, that's how this is. This again, if you're coming in here expecting excitement, this is what coaches do. This is, if you ever want to be a coach, this is what we do. This is what they do. They sit, break down the film, go through it. And because I'm explaining to you, it's going a little bit longer. But as we get going, it's going to go a little bit quicker as well. So I've explained everything. As we watch the plays, I'll start filling it in a little bit faster. If you're in the chat, you're more than welcome to say something. Say, hey, this is what I think it is. Can you go back? I'm more than welcome to. Hopefully you guys can see the film well enough. If you're watching on your phones, I'm sorry. You may have to watch on a computer. Okay, so ball's on the 38. That means +5 was correct. We'll just ignore those errors. Okay, so, right? Because we're on offense. It's their offense. Okay, down is first. Remember, we start off each new drive with a 0. So now it's 1st and 10. Ball's going to be on the left hash because he got outside the hash. I already know that. Ball's on the plus 38. Excuse me, plus 38. So let's go to the next play. All right, so this is a perfect example. It's 11 personnel. Notice that the tight end is down here. The tight end's right here. What's the strength? The strength is always to the tight end side, just so you guys know. So that means the offensive strength is to the left. And by the way, when you're filling these columns out, you got to make sure that you use, like if it's just like short stuff like run, you got to make sure that it's all the same, like it's all the same capitalization, things like that, because the systems will like treat each way it's capitalized as different. Okay, so offensive formation. So what should we call this? You know what? I'm actually going to change the Y off trips. I'm going to call that Y off tray. Usually for me, with the tight end being part of the 3 receivers, it's a tray. So we're going to change that to Y off tray. Away from the tight end, I am going to call that trips. So gun, near, left, trips. That's how I'm going to call it. That's how I'm going to label the formation. Again, near tells our back that he's close to the tight end side. Offensive strength is to the left. We're going to have a motion. Okay, who's coming in motion this time? Well, usually away from the tight end is the X. We're going to keep it consistent. It's just going to be the Z. We're going to call it Z. So again, this is Z. Is Z coming in or out of the formation? It's coming across. It's in, and it's a jet sweep. So it's a pass. Okay. Okay, so we've got motion, Zin. Okay, we're just going to call it Zin. Probably could have called it Hin, right? What we're trying to do is we're trying to get an idea of how they're going to do it. Okay, so the offensive play is going to be 18 jet, is going to be, excuse me, not 18, 28 jet sweep. Jet pass, excuse me, 29 jet pass, I'm sorry. 29 jet pass. Okay, so it's going to be 29 jet pass here. Oh, sorry, I've gone back a little bit too far. Now, each of these plays will have its own row, so you actually don't have to do it this way, that I'm having to go back and forth. Like, you just click on it and play it again. But, okay, so it's 29 jet pass. Play type, it's a pass. We don't have a result. It's just a first down. I think he loses 2 yards on the play, right? Where does the ref mark him? Yep, 2 yards. So it's a minus 2 yard gain. Minus 2. Play direction is to the left. Okay. Let's go back. Defensive front. So defensive front. Sorry, I didn't show you guys the end zone view of it. Defensive front. Again, this is a nickel look. This time it is a nickel 42 under. Under. Nickel 42 under. They got 4 down linemen. Remember, strength is to the left. The defensive line is shifted to their left, more towards the 3 receiver side. Okay, so let's watch the coverage that we get right here. We get motion. We don't have a guy running with him, so it's not man coverage here. All right? We know it's not man coverage because he does not come running with the receiver. He just starts kind of bumping over, backers bumping down, coming over. So that's what we know right there based on that look. Okay, it's not a man coverage. Oh, maybe it is man coverage because up here, maybe they're just bumping the man coverage because up here, look at his eyes. He is on him. He's on him. What do we think this coverage is? What is he doing? That's my question. What is he doing? This is what, guys, this is how it goes. Okay. This is how it goes. Okay. So, anybody, as if there's anybody in the chat, what are your thoughts? What do you think? I'm curious to see what people think this is. If there's anybody there. If not, that's fine. Like, I just thought I'd ask. I do not know what they're doing. It looks like it's man, right? Looks like it's man. I still don't know what this guy's doing. That's what's confusing me the most right there. Okay. Like, he is slow to react. Do we think it's just man, straight up man? Like they're bumping coverage? And, this is where you go back and forth. This is how it goes, guys. You got to go back and forth with the film, rewind it. So I know some people are like, you're rewinding it so much. Yeah, that's just the way it goes, guys. Because we got to go through it. We got to make this right. We got to know what they're calling, because you want to know what the defense is calling on these plays, because they do a really good job. I don't know what to put there. Again, coaches would debate this. This almost feels like a bracket coverage. There's no blitz. Still no blitz by Mercer. It might be like a cover 6. No, it's not cover 6. Well, his eyes are immediately going to him. So again, he's the one that's confusing me. I think they're switching. I'm just going to call it cover 1. Because I just don't know. Because he's going to come up. He's going to take on. Backer's following his dude. Coming across. Corner's got the tight end. That's a really good job by the linebacker taking his guy. Yeah, I'm just going to call that cover 1. Again, if you're in the chat watching this later and you're like, that's not cover 1, you're more than welcome to correct me. I'm just confused by that guy, but I want to move this stream along. Okay. And again, you can always go back, change it if needs be based on that. Okay. Next play, we're going to go to offense. Remember, they're on the 38-yard line. Ball is on the 40. Okay. So, offense. Excuse me. That was terrible offense. 2nd and 12. Remember, because they lost 2 yards. We're on the left hash, plus 40-yard line. It's 11 personnel. Okay? 11 personnel. It's going to be gun near, right, Y off tray. Okay, offensive strength is to the right. Do we get a motion? Oh, bounce. So we'll go F bounce far. F bounce far. So he's going to bounce over to the other side, to the far. Okay, 60. And that's a touchdown. Okay. Okay, so we're going to have 60 protection. Right? Line's going to slide to the right. They're going to slide out to block, slide out to block, slide out to block. Back's going to step up. He's got him. We've got 3 sliding to the right. like this. Okay, perfect. Perfect. What routes do we got going being run? Is this four verts? Is this just straight up? Okay. So we've got 60 hitch X go. 60 hitch X go is what we're going to call it. 60 hitch X go. So everyone else is, all three receivers are going to run hitches. Really more curl. 60 curl X go. We're going to call it curl. 10-yard, 12-yard depth, it's going to be a curl. So it's going to be 60 curl X go. So the X is running the vertical go route. All the plays a touchdown. So this is a pass. Touchdown. Gain is 40 yards. Plus 40. Okay, gonna make that a little bit bigger. Play direction. Goes to the left. Because we threw to the left. Defensive front. Okay, this time it's a nickel 42 over. This is kind of simple, man. Making it simple for me, Mercer. What do we got coverage-wise? We have... Okay, so it's man coverage, but we got a bracket. So it's X bracket. Cover 1, X bracket. Cover 0, X bracket. Is what it really is. Because safety, because these guys are playing man. Man. He's watching him with the backer help. All right. We could call it cover 0 robber X bracket. He's got the running back. So he should be playing over the top. So I don't know if he's supposed to be rotating or helping over the top. It looks like he's supposed to be helping over the top of this guy right here, of this receiver right here. That's how I'm seeing it. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to call it cover 0 robber X bracket is actually what I'm going to call. When I say cover 0 hold, X bracket. So we have 0 high because it's 0. We got other safeties are playing coverage with an X bracket. Linebackers helping on the tight end. He doesn't have him. It's the safety that's got him. Okay. Notes. Safety out of position. Fullback is a dying breed, Caleb. I know. They're coming back, though. They're coming back. How you doing, Caleb? Hopefully this is making sense. I don't know if you've been in here, but hopefully this is making sense how I'm talking about how teams break down the film. So that is the end of this drive. This drive is over. So the next time we start over, it's going to say first and 10. We're actually going to make it 0 and 10 because that's the start of a new drive. So I put safety out of position. But we're watching the film. Okay. The play number, again, guys, this would be in manually input. It's not going to matter with any of it for our purposes. It would just have numbers of like all the plays for the game. That's how it would work. You sort it and send it to the coaches. So first things first, everything is ODK'd and then sent to the correct graduate assistant or coaches to break it down. Okay, so because we're the defensive coaches, we're breaking down the offense of North Dakota State. So there was no blitz. Again, remember they're nickel 42. Or man, they're making it easy, Caleb. They're making it easy for me, Mercer, in terms of the front. Well, I'm glad. I'm hoping hopefully I'm explaining it well. I'm trying to not bore you guys to death. So touchdown, new drive, guys. This is a new drive. Okay, so this is the new drive. What does that mean? Well, we're still at O. We're just going to do this for the first half. Imagine doing this for all the games. Now you know why sometimes coaches are at the office. Because of that, we're going to go 0 and 10, right? 0 and 10. This is a new drive. Lets us know this is the start of a new drive. Ball is going to be on the 26. Let's continue on so you guys can see. It's 7-0. First quarter. Okay, so they are on the left hash. I'm going to put this left hash close enough to the left hash. Now, remember I said if it's on your side of the field, it's a minus. So minus 26-yard line. I think this is their tight end right here. I think he's flexed out. Yeah, that's the tight end. So it's 11 personnel. They've been in 11 basically this whole time. 11. So let's call it gun far right, Y flex tray. Y flex tray. Okay. Y flex because we have the flex of the tight end. He's flexing out. Okay. He's in the tray position. He's off, but we got it in the tray. So Y flex tray. And by the way, when you do this as a coaching staff, whether it be as a graduate assistant or a coach, you try to mirror the formations that the opponent is using to what you do in your own system. So for us, we're going to use it in our own system. So this is how we would call it. Okay, great. Okay, so strength is to the right. Let me make sure here. Motion, see if there's any motion. Let's run the play. No motion. All right. Mercer, you may need to change something, buddy. Guys, holy cow. Okay. So let's go ahead. Go right here. Okay. So, like I said, anybody wants to say, if you guys want to say I don't know if that's the right coverage, not going to be offended. We would debate all the time about stuff. I would always be debating stuff. All right. So what's the play? Looks like it is 60. Again, 60. Are they running triple slants here with a fade by, nope, X hitch. X is hitching. He's not really running a slant. He is not really running a slant. He's kind of pressing up and then in. He's kind of running a slant, and the tight end's kind of running a slant. What do we think that is? Okay. Let's call it double in. I know what we're going to call it. There's no motion, so we'll call it 60. No, not 50. 50 means back free releases. 60 means we have 6-man protection, just so you guys understand how that works. Double in, Y slant, X hitch. Okay. It's a pass. Result is a first down. Okay. We'll look at the game later in a second. I'm going to go through what the defensive look is. Okay. So, again, what is our defensive look? Strength is to the field, really to the tight end. So, again, this is an off formation went to the right. It's a nickel, 42 over. Boy, they're making it simple for me, guys. Simple. Okay. What's the coverage? This might just be cover 4. Holy crap. This looks like it's cover 4 to me. And you just got the safety, the corners sitting on their dude. But it could be man. You see how confusing it can be? Because right here, looking, right here, looking. He's stepping down with him. He's watching him. See, no one, there's no one that's kind of coming down. Yeah, it looks like see, that's the hard part, right? Like it's almost like it's what is he doing is the question. I think he's got the back. It's almost like it's a robber. Because I think he's got him in man. Man, robber. Okay, let's go back. We're gonna go back a little bit. Now you see why sometimes it takes you forever to break down film, guys. Now you see why it sometimes takes you forever to break down film. See, the shell is telling me cover like 4. Realistically, like they're playing way off coverage. The backer steps up. Well, I'm having issues with my mouse lately. Right there, like he's stepping up. My problem is he's over him, so it looks like he's got this guy. He's with him. He's turning. He's turning with him. He has him. It's almost like it's the same play that they gave up the touchdown on, which is almost like cover 0 hole X bracket again. Like he's playing the hole. He's stepping up on the tight end. And is he cover 1? Is it a cover 1 hole? It might just be cover 1 hole. But the problem is this guy he just sits as well. He doesn't really trigger anything. Yeah, you know what? Problem is this guy's not, also he's not turning to run to cope over the top. So I almost think this is like a cover 1 hole. What can I call it? Cover 1 hole. Cover 1 hole, playing well off coverage. Great plan, coach. Great plan. Okay, so no blitzes yet. We've seen no blitzes by Mercer yet in this game. Okay. Where are they marking him out? 5-yard line. Ooh. So that's 45 plus 20, 24. You know what? I have the box score thing here for the game. We'll cheat. It's a 70-yard gain. 70-yard game. This is last year's quarterfinal game. This is last year's quarterfinal playoff game. 70-yard gain. So it's a 70-yard gain. So plus 70. All right. Let's go to the next play. We'll watch the end zone view. Go to the next play. Okay. All right. We're going to start kind of ramping it up a little bit more. Hopefully, we're not going to get confusing coverages where I'm like, I don't know what they're doing because it makes no sense to me. Might be why they gave up 31 yards or 31 points in this game. 5-yard line. Okay. Ball on the 4. Okay. So first, and we put 4. Whenever it's first and goal, you just put the yards that it's going to go to be a touchdown. It's going to be on the right hash because he was on the outside of the right hash. Yard line is plus 4-yard line. So let's go ahead and run it forward. Okay. Now, again, you know what? It was an 11 personnel last play. I'm mistaken because this guy's a receiver. So I got to change that to 10 personnel. Gun far right. Gun far right. Trey. Gun far right. Trio. We're going to call it trio. When it's 3 receivers, it's a trio to the same side. That way there's no attached tight end. So guard far right trio. Strength was still to the right because that was the open field, 3 receivers. Okay, so personnel here is 11. All right. This time it's going to be gun near, left, Trey. We're not having the tight end off. Tight end's attached. He's up on the line. So gun near left, Trey. Strength of the offense is to the left. We'll see if there's any motion. Okay, so it's going to be a pass. This is RPO. This is an RPO. Look at the three receiver. Look at the receivers at the bottom. They're not running routes. They're going to block. So we're going to have to look at the end zone view to get an idea. This is a throw, though. It's a pass. It's an RPO. We'll call it RPO. Result is a touchdown. Gain is +4. There's no motion. Let's go to the end zone view of it. And this will tell us how they blocked it. Okay, this is 12. How do I want to label this 12 RPO? 12 RPO X because I don't want to call it 12 read because 12 read was we pulled the ball. Receivers, both receivers. No, these receivers aren't fading. We go back to it. Only one receiver's fading on the pass. They're just kind of running up. Well, I'm in wrong color. Not even right size. He's coming up to block, and he's just kind of. They're not running anything. If you see it, like watch their effort. The only one is the X. See how? I guess you could say he's there. He's just trying to sell him that he's running. That's not really a run. That's not really a good route. And notice he's going to block. So I don't think it. I think it's just a inside zone. I guess technically you could try and claim that that's a fade, but I don't think it is. Just based on what I'm looking at by the effort, that's pretty piss poor effort in a playoff game. I'd be kind of annoyed if my receiver like, hey, that's part of the option. So I'm just going to call this 12. Should we call this 12X 12X gift? 12 RPO X gift. 12. What do I want to call it? How do we want to label this? Because 12 read is like the quarterback is reading and pulling the ball. 12 alert X gift. That's a good one, some dork. 12 alert X gift. That's a good one. I like that. 12 alert X gift. That's a good one. Like it. I like it. See, this is what happens, right? You get in a room, all these coaches, they start talking to each other. They're like, oh, let's call it this. Okay, yeah. Like, see, we would normally have a system that we would be using for it, but yeah, 12 alert X gift, like it. Okay, it's RPO, results a touchdown. That Mercer guy's already beat. He's like, I'm done. This game sucks. We're done. We're already down 14 points. All right. So again, it's going to be, this is still just nickel 42, guys. We're just going to call it nickel 42. The reason I'm calling it nickel 42 and not 425 is because really there's no one on the opposite side of the linebacker. This is a nickel 42. I think, anyway, it's an under. I don't think there's a blitz on. I think those backers are just triggering because they see run. So I'm going to call this 4-3 under. Play direction actually went to the right. I'm going to call this 4-3 under stack. And the cover is actually just 0. All right, we've got the two guys over the top. Press top at the top of the zone, we've got pressed at the top right here, right? Pressed at the top, everybody else is 0. Maybe the backers are supposed to trigger on a blitz. I don't know. Do we think it's a blitz or what do we think? Like, I'm more than willing to take. I don't see them kind of move. Are they moving before the snap or are they moving at the snap? So ball snapped. We could call it a blitz. Are they going into specific gaps? Let's watch. They should be filling their gaps with this play. See, I think they see run and they're just triggering right now down. You know what? Maybe the Sam and the Mike are blitzing. Yes. Yes. See how he's coming actually to this gap right here. He's coming down. So we'll call it a blitz. We'll call it a blitz. It's cover 0. So we're going to call this Sam. So S is Sam plus C plus D. Actually, he's coming plus D. And then Mike with a little M plus B. That's the blitz right there. We'll call it that. RPO. Gift throw. Okay. There we go. All right. So you guys can kind of see how long it takes. Sorry. It's just kind of funny to me. So now we're going to go to another drive. What does that mean? Well, okay. Now we go back. It's O. That was a 2-play drive for North Dakota State. We're back to 0-10. That's all we know. We don't know. Ball's on the 37. We don't know if it's plus or minus. It doesn't tell you on the scoreboard. Okay, so we're on the minus 31. Ball's really, it's more rightish, but we're going to put it middle of the field. Personnel. This time it is 12 personnel. We're just going to call it deuce. Now remember, we have 2 tight ends on the field. Defenses will usually call their strength to the field side. Okay? So we're just going to call this deuce left. Okay, hold on. Gun, far, left, deuce. Okay? Gun, far, left, deuce. Okay, offensive strength is to the left. Okay, we're going to treat it like that. That's how we would call it. So the offense is left because it's to the field. All right. Now we're going to get motion. You already know. So we're going to get bounce. I've already seen this play. I've seen it multiple times posted by coaches about it. We're going to call it, helps to be in the right column. F bounce far. Okay. Oh no, sorry. F bounce near because we're going near the strength. F bounce near. And I already know what this is. It's going to be 14 counter. Okay. $14 GY counter. Guard tight end counter. Let's go back again to it because it's guard tight end counter that's pulling. Guard and tight end are pulling. Okay. Play type is a run. Realistically, the RPO, we should just call it a run anyway. We just do the gift. That's why it's in the notes. Result, we don't have anything. It's just a play. What's the gain? So it was 37. He's up to the 42. So 5-yard gain plus 5. Okay, play direction was to the right. Okay, now that we're starting to hum a little bit, we're going to get going a little bit faster, guys. Okay. Okay, so defense is aligning to the strength, which is to the field. So this is a 4-3 under, 4-3 over front. Whoops, 4-3 over front. Okay, reason I'm saying it's over is because he's down inside of the tight end. He's cheating too. He's cheating too. So we're going with the strength. Sometimes you just call it 4-3. We're just going to call it that way. That's the way it's simple for us to keep it that way. Other ways of doing over is that you would have, for example, him maybe just head up and him walk down. But for our purposes, we're going to treat it this way. Okay. Okay. So we got 3 linebackers. Let's see what the coverage is on the play. I think this is just straight up cover 4. I don't see a blitz. Don't know about you guys. I see no blitz on the play. That backer's widening because of the motion, but look how the defenders, look at how the corners are standing. I think this is just a straight up cover 4. Backers are stepping up to take on, and they're just getting run through. Okay, we'll watch from the end zone view. There's no blitz, in my opinion. Good job by the back hitting up inside. I'm going to say 4. I'm going to say cover 4. I don't know what you guys think, but that's what we're going to call it, cover 4. Okay. Oh, I forgot to put 0. Oh, okay. So this is going to be second. Should be 2nd and 5. So they should be on the 42-yard line. I did it. I'm smart. SMRT. Okay, we're going to be on the right hash, I believe. Yep, right hash. Okay, this is 10 personnel. We don't have a tight end on the field, so it's 10 personnel that are on the minus. Wait, I messed up. They're on the minus 37. Excuse me. Minus 37. Minus 42-yard line. 10 personnel. All right. Do they bounce them over? Okay, hold on. This is where you got to be like trying to be Johnny on the spot. Okay, so the back, I don't think we're just going to go with the end. I don't think this is a motion or anything like that. Okay, so this is going to be Gunfar left trio. Okay, so remember 3 receivers, always 2. When we're in 10 personnel, 3 receivers, we're going to call it a trio. Trio's to the left, wide side of the field. That's the strength. There's no motion on this play, in my opinion. I think the quarterback's just moving him around. Let's run the play. So we're going to go. This looks like a 16 stretch almost. Yeah, that's terrible by the left tackle. Okay, I think the quarterback just audibled it into a look that's favorable. Okay, again, this is going to be nickel 42 by the defense. I'm going to call this 16. Sorry, not 16, 17 stretch. Come on, Biggie. Know your left from your right. No need for a result. We're just running the ball. You only got 2 yards on the play, so it's going to be +2. Play direction is to the left. Defensive front, guess what it is, guys? Jeez. These are actually kind of, when you're an offensive coach, these are the kinds of fronts you like going against because it's just so nice to, like, you don't have to worry about too much. Just telling you guys as a former coach, as a former offensive coach, when I played defenses that were like this, that didn't have guys like crisscrossing and stuff, it was so nice. Like the game planning was so nice because you're just like, oh, because they think that their guys can just handle it up front. So what we got is, remember, strength is to the field side. The defense is actually shifted away. So it's a nickel 42 again, right? We've got nickel. We got nickel right here. Safety right here. Safety right here. Corner. Cornerback. These two are backers, and there's our defensive line. Okay, so that's how you have to think about it when you're watching and breaking down film. This is how this is how coaches will debate and talk about stuff, is for this very reason, guys. So it's nickel 42. Guess what? Nickel 42 under. Why? Defensive line is away from the field side. Okay. What do we think the coverage is? See, I think it's just cover one there. Just based on the fact that look where he's lining up. He's lining up over number 3. He's lined up over number 2, lined up over number 1. He's got him. I think he's supposed to come back here, so it's going to be cover 1. That's my opinion. Cover 1. Let's watch the action. See how he's jumping to the middle of the field? That's cover 1. That's telling me cover 1. Now I got to come up. Linebackers do a good job carrying and stuff. And there you go. So that's cover 1. You know what? I don't need to put cover 1. I don't need to put the cover in it. We're just going to go cover 1. 0 hole X bracket, 1 hole. That's all you have to put in it. Okay. I think it's probably 1 hole as well there. So we'll call it 1 hole. Okay. First quarter. It's still the first quarter. Guys, I appreciate you being here. I know this isn't exciting stuff, but I hope you're learning a few things, getting some ideas of what it takes and the stuff. Everybody likes to do all that. Is it our line? You know what I just realized? What we haven't been putting in is line stunts, but I don't see much line stunt. I haven't seen any line stunts yet. If we get line stunts, I'll put in a column for it. Like we should have a line stunt. My bad. That is a failure on my part. Nope, that's the wrong side. We'll call it line stunt. All right, line stunt. If we get a line stunt, we'll put it in. Okay. So there we go. 334. By the way, guys, you spend like an hour and a half just doing these films. We're an hour in and we haven't even done, but we're starting to go a little bit faster. All right. So they're on their minus 44. So it's offense 0, 3rd and 3, right? Because they only got 2 yards. Okay. Ball's on the minus 44. Middle of the field. 11 personnel. Gun near right. Y off tray. Okay. Offensive strength is to the right. Excuse me. That's terrible. Strength is to the right. See if we get any motion. We don't. That's another alert. This is going to be 13 alert. Okay. So it's going to be no motion. So we're going to have 13 alert. We're going to call it H. We call H hitch. Alert. 12 alert. 8. Here's what we're going to call XY hitch alert. Excuse me. XH hitch. Zigo. How I'm going to label it. Okay. Kind of see right there. The X is running the hitch route as well. So he's running. Is he even running anything? I don't even know if he's running anything. I think he's just running the guy off. He's not running anything. It's H hitch Z go. He's not really trying to run anything. He's just H hitch Z go. Okay. It is a play type. It's a run because it's a RPO. Result is a first down. Play direction. We're going to have to put notes. We'll throw hitch. Catches it. He's going to be at the 50. So at the 50, that's +6. Play direction is to the left, technically, and we throw the hitch. So the play is going to the left. So the run's going to the left. We're going to count it with 13. We're going to count it as hitch, but the ball goes to the right because he throws the RPO. That's how I'm going to put it in the system. Okay, what do we got defensively? It is a nickel 40. God. It's not nickel 40. It's not nickel. It's not nickel. It looks like it's 4-3. 4-3. They're thinking run here because of it. 4-3 over. Stack. 4-3 stack over. Okay. Let's see if there's a line stunt coverage. I think we got a blitz here. That's just me. It's a zero coverage. It's zero coverage. Look at the safety in the middle of the field who'd be in the robber position. Look, watch his eyes. He's watching. He is watching somebody. Is he watching him or is he watching the back? All I know is he is watching somebody. So we're going to call it cover zero. Let's take a look at the end zone view to get an idea of where these backers are coming. Maybe they're just triggering. They might just be triggering. I don't know. Just the way these guys are at zero. Well, we're going to treat it like a blitz. Because, how about that? Let's go S plus D. You think the mic has the back? Right here? That might be a case. Because he's the Sam. The Will. My pen keeps going down a smaller size. You know what? We'll go with that. How about that? We'll go, it's still cover zero, but we'll go Sam plus D. Where's the Will coming up? Will minus B. I'm going to go Will minus B because he's triggering. I'm going to go Will minus B. Will minus B. RPO throw hitch. All right. Let's just get going. We need to go. We need to go. Well, kind of wrap it. Okay, first and down. Okay, so now, because it's not the start of a new drive, remember, we only do the 0 and 10 if it's a new drive. First and 10. I can't remember where we're at on the hash, so we're on the 50-yard line. Let's go. 14-7. Still first quarter. They're on the right hash. This is 12 personnel. This is just straight up deuce. Deuce left. There's no gun, so deuce left. That tells us, again, remember field. We're going to have our strength to the field. Deuce left. Strength is to the left. Okay. Deuce left close, actually. Here we go. We're going to have to watch the end zone view of the blocking to get an idea of what that run play is, guys. That looks like, is that duo? No, that's zone. They're just washing everything down so freaking far. It's amazing. No, this is duo. Duo with a tight end wham. Ooh, kind of like it. Mine's all going to the left, but the back's going to the right. So this looks like it's more duo. Let's go 12 duo. I made a video about duo and inside zone. If you guys want to ever see that, it's on this channel as well. I can link it later. If you guys come back, I can link it in the description. 12 duo, we're going to call it wham because we have the back, the tight end coming across. The one who's our tight end with the strength, he's coming across. So 12 duo wham. It's a run. Let's go back to the sideline view so that we can see 50-yard line. So you guys understand duos like power. That's why it's a much more vertical. It wasn't zone blocking. He was going downhill. He wasn't going with the zone blocking and then cutting back. So he was immediately down. That's why I say duo. It's a 4-yard gain, +4. Looking where the ref is standing on the side. Play direction was to the right. Okay, let's go back a little bit, see what the defensive front looks like. Nope, that's not it. Okay, so it's 4-3 stack. It still looks like it's under. Let's look at the coverage real quick. We'll confirm it. Again, it looks like they're playing cover 4 right there, doesn't it? That looks like 4. 4 guys are playing off coverage. Okay, so our strength is to the field. This is a 4. Let's go. I'm going to call it actually 4-3 stack tight. See how we got basically 2 eyes right here? 4-3 stack tight. Tight. Because these 2 guys are on the inside right here. This guy. This guy. He's playing down. He's playing down. So that's why I'm calling it 4-3 stack tight. It actually kind of plays and helps out North Dakota State. No blitz. I don't think there's a blitz. I don't think there's a line stunt. I don't know if you've seen a line stunt, some dork. I haven't seen any line stunts. There's no blitz here. It's cover 4. I don't know why I put 0. It's 0. Down quarter. Okay. This should be 2nd and 6. No, 2nd and 5. So they gave him 5 yards, actually. Okay. Excuse me. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, I think cover 4, just the way they're playing off, I think we're good there. 2nd and 5. Okay, so far they haven't. Ball's in the middle of the field. This is the play. This is the play from the beginning of the game. If you guys weren't in here, this is play from the beginning of the game. We already know what this is going to be. So we're on the +45. This is 11 personnel. This is gun near. Left, ace slot close. Offensive strength is to the left. Guess what? Thanks, Caleb. I appreciate it. There's no motion. This is going to be 19 toss. So they have now run toss 2 times out of this formation. You guys start seeing a pattern here? As you start breaking down more and more game film, you start going, oh, they've run toss now out of this particular formation 2 times in this game. Okay. It's the toss play. And the defense does a pretty good job at coming up, but they don't make the tackle. And then we get a penalty right there. Should be a penalty. Punched him in the face. Okay, so it's 19 toss. It's the same type of look. Okay, so they did the same thing against this look. They went 4-3 under stack. And again, it's looking like cover 4. The corner triggers, but he's triggering because he sees the pullers. He's not triggering because he has coverage on anybody. He's triggering because he sees the toss. Yeah, it's just straight up cover 4 again. They're running cover 4 again. Okay. Let's go to the end zone view. Make sure I'm right on the under. Yeah, see, look, they're working away from the strength. The strength is to the left, which is the tight end. What was the gain on that play? The gain on that play was 7 yards. 7. It was a run. Okay. Direction of the play was to the left. By the way, guys, I hope you noticed something. We've got RPO throws, so technically there's 5 passes. There's 5 passes, but realistically, what types of plays have they called? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Technically, they've called 8 runs out of their 11 plays. They've thrown 5 times because the quarterback's pulled for the hitch. But, oh, no, wait, sorry. Yeah. But in terms of like actual call plays, it's only 3. See how you start getting a rhythm and like, oh, okay, this is what they're doing. That's how this works when you do the film. Because what I can't do it as well. I don't know Excel well enough to do all the like little drafts. But what you do is once you put it in, then you can put it in and it'll give you percentage chances of what they're going to run. Okay, we get an idea. Okay, 0 out of 10 times, right? So just to show you, right? 0 for 10. 0 10. Ran first time. 0 for 10. It was a pass for a first down. 0 of 10. It was a run. So the first 3 new starting drives, they've run the ball 66% of the time on 0 and 10, which is the start of a new drive. Okay. Hopefully this is kind of giving you guys an idea of why coaches do this. Because what defensive coaches do is they play the percentages. What they're trying to do is they're trying to play the percentage game. And that's what they're trying to do right here. So plus 37, 7, what are they in? This is 10 personnel. We're just going to call this gun far. Okay, because remember, we're going to set straight to the field. Straight to the field. Defensive coach will set straight to the field. So this is going to be gun far doubles. We're just going to call it doubles. Okay, gun far doubles. Simple. Okay, straight to the offense is to the right. Okay, see if there's any motion. Oh, I like that. So here's the pass play. Okay, so we're going to get a motion of, how do I want to label this one? He's the F. We're going to call it Fay. F away. So Fay. Fay right. We're going to call it Fay right. Because he's going to go across. Fay. Nah. Fay cross. Fay near. We're going to go Fay near. So F away near. So he's going to go away to the nearest to the strength. Okay, so Fay near. Okay, this is 50. How do we want to label this pass play here? How do we want to label it? Okay. I'm just going to call this double. Ooh, that's not it. Let's go. Let's go fade near. Let's go stout. So we're going to start left to right. Stout. Streak out. Stout. So left to right, we're going to go stout. You know what? That means we have to change this. Hold on. My bad. We got to change this on up here because we got to keep the rules consistent, guys. So I messed that. You know what? No, let's go right to left. So up top, what do we got? We got basically a swing by the running back with a whip route and a comeback. Call it a skip. Skip stout. 50. Skip. Swing. Comeback. Whip. Skip. Skip stout. Streak out. That's how we'll call it, okay? Pass play. How many yards does he get? He's to the 33. He's on the 38. I don't know why I put 37. He's on the 38. Skip stout. Swing, comeback, whip. He gets to the 40 to the 33, so that's a +5 on the play. Play direction is to the left. What do we got coverage wise? Oh, that's not what we want. That is not what we want right there. Definitely not what we want. Okay, so defense is to the strong side. This is again nickel 42 over. Notice this is a little bit longer drive. Still no line stunts. What do we got coverage wise? Cover 4. Boy, they love their cover 4, don't they? Did you see any line stunts? I did not see any line stunts. Oh, we did. We got a line stunt. We got a TE. TE left. That's telling me it's the left side of the line, did a TE line stunt. Okay. Tackle first and behind. Let's do with like this. TE left. Okay. Tackle first and comes around behind him. That's how we will label it. Right here, yeah. Nice. Didn't get home, but they ran it. 2nd and 5. We'll go through this drive and then we'll get done and I'll kind of talk a little bit about it, guys, so that you guys got to kind of get an idea. Hopefully, this is kind of so. What you do as coaches now is you're getting an idea of, hey, when they're in this position, what are they most likely to do? You get percentage. Are they throwing the ball when it's 3rd and short? Are they running the ball? Are they throwing the ball when it's this or when it's that? That's how you. That's the purpose of breaking down the film, is that you want to see, okay, when they're in this personnel, are they running or are they throwing it more? Okay, so they ran it one time, they've thrown it one. They've run it, they've thrown 2 passes and run it once when they've been in 10 personnel. Right? Like, it starts giving you an idea. Oh, crap. Okay. So we get the throw. I kind of messed that up. 2nd and 5, 33. Left hash. Okay. This looks like 11 personnel. gun far tray, gun far left Y off tray. Okay. Then we're going to have a motion of yak, Y across, yak to near left, near right, doubles Y off. That makes a real messy thing, but that's how we're going to label it. Because we're going to keep it simple, right? We're going to start off in gun far left off tray, and then we're going to go yak near right, doubles Y off. So Y across, so we know that they're motioning across to be in the near right, doubles Y off formation. That's how we're going to do it. Okay, let's run the play. Then we get, oh. Interesting play. You know what? We're going to change that. That's not a motion. That is a shift. Shift. Yak near. We're just going to go shift, yak near. Hopefully you guys can still see everything on the screen. If I need to adjust it, I will. I know it's getting a little small for you guys, but that gives you the basic ideas right there. Okay, offensive strength is going to be to the right after the line shift. That's hard for me to see. Hopefully this works for you guys. Motion, we're going to have Zen. Actually, no, it's not Zen. It's Hin. H-N. Because it's the H that's coming across and he's coming in. What's the play? Offensive play is 28 toss. 28 toss pass. Right? 28 is because we have a receiver who's the one who's getting the toss. You know what? It's not even a toss. 28 stretch pass. 28 stretch pass. We're going to call it stretch because he's receiver running stretch to the outside. We could probably call it Z. 17 OZ. I should call it 17 OZ right here. Actually. OZ. 28 OZ pass. Pass. Pass play. Okay. No gain on the play. Play direction is to the right. What is the defensive coverage here? Let's go 5. Okay. So we have a walk down. They're trying to play like it's a 3-high safety look. Almost. So now that he's walked down, this is a lot different. This is man coverage. Notice safety's not really playing over the top. He's going to get caught up in no man's land. Notice the backer runs with the quarterback. What do we think? I think this is more actually like, I think this is more like cover 3 actually, and they're reacting. Because notice that the safety's walking down here. Not doing a good job, but over the top, technically over the top. Out. I'm going to call it cover 3. It's not a great cover 3 because he chases. He stays home. But I don't know that they have those guys, in man-to-man coverage. I don't think they necessarily do. Let's go right here. All right. We're almost done here. Hopefully this is giving you guys an idea, though. This is all stuff that goes into it as coaches. Yeah, see, they're just watching. I don't know if it's man, guys. I don't know. Defense is in that kind of, let's run the play again. Let's go. And I'm sorry if you're like, man, you just keep repeating. Yeah, it's because you're trying to figure stuff out. Remember, you're trying to get an idea of what they might call when they might call it. Notice where they're calling it. Notice where they're calling this play. They're on the plus 33-yard line, so they're running a trick play when they're on the plus side of the field. So we're getting a call over. So now it's back to basically, it looks like it's nickel 42 over. I don't think we get a line stunt, though. They're going to react with that handoff. Okay. I think this is cover 3. I'm going to go cover 3. I'm going to go 3. Just because that guy walked down and it looks like it was 3. Okay. So offense, 3rd, 5. It's going to be a left hash because they didn't get any yards. Plus 33. Okay. All right. We've run this formation before. 11 personnel. Right? It's gun, near, left, trips. So they've run this formation before in this game. Let's see what they give us. Quarterback power. Okay. Down to the 25-yard line. So strength of the defense is to the left. No motion. It's going to be 17. No, it's going to be, 17 QB power. Play type, it's run. Result is a first down. Gain is 8 yards plus 8. Play directions to the left. Now we're kind of going a little bit quicker. I messed up. I forgot to put L on the nickel 42 over. Right now, Mercer is playing so basic on defense. It's crazy. Okay, this time it's a little bit different. Notice that they've walked up. This is man coverage. We got 3 guys over 3. And they kind of play themselves into a problem. Like when you look at it, this is just cover. They're trying to confuse. It looks like he's playing like cover 4 with quarter up top. So I'm wondering if that's not, yeah. It's almost like they're trying to play cover 6 right there because that backer's out there and he doesn't immediately trigger back to the inside. Like he's trying to help 4 palms, maybe. Okay. So on this, we've got, it's a little bit different. This is going to be a little bit different. Right? We've got guys walked up. This is still nickel 42. Okay. But it's not over. Nickel 42 wide. Do we have any line stunt at all? Are they trying to run a line stunt? No, he just goes inside and gives up his gap. Bad choice. Let's go 4 palms. Because of the way that, you know what? No, that's not even 4 palms. That looked like cover 6 with the tight end, with the linebacker out there trying to be out there, and then we got the backside. Him walked up. And they just took advantage of that defense. They just took advantage of it. All right. So you can kind of see here, we're trying to put together an idea of what they're doing, right? An idea of the things that they're doing. Okay. All right. Let me make sure here that I have. This is a long freaking drive. Okay, we're going to skip okay, let's just keep going. We're going. Okay. We got 1st and 10. Left hash plus 25. This is 12 personnel. We're going to call it, remember, strength is to the field this time. We've got an attached tight, we've got a tight end, basically. So we're going to go gun near. Let's go gun near. Gun near right. How do I want to call this? Bama. What does a 10, 11, 12 personnel mean? So there's always a maximum of 5 eligible receivers that you can have on the field. Okay. So, because remember, you have the offensive line and quarterback. So the number 5, you have 5. When I say 10, so when I say 12 personnel, the first number of 12 is how many running backs are on the field. So we have 1 running back. Then the second number is how many tight ends are on the field. So for example, 12 means we have 2 tight ends on the field. That then, you add those 2 numbers together, so 1 plus 2 is 3. You subtract that from 5, that tells you how many receivers are on the field. Sorry guys, my Discord is beeping and it shouldn't be. Sorry about that. Okay, so just so you guys understand that, so 1 plus 2, so when it's 10, that's 1 running back. 0 means there's no tight end on the field, and therefore 1 plus 0 is 1. Subtract that from 5. That tells you 4 receivers will be on the field. Hopefully that's a quick explanation. I made a video about it. What does it mean when they say it's 21 personnel? So 21 would be 2 running backs, 1 tight end. 2 plus 1 is 3. Subtract that from 5. That tells you have 2 receivers on the field. So you kind of do that, and that's how defenses will match, right? The more receivers on the field, the more they're going to run nickel and dime and things like that. If you're playing a team that does more heavy set stuff, you might do heavier personnel like the 4-3 and stuff like that. So it's a good question. Don't worry. But that's what that means. So when I'm doing it, 13, yep, 13, you can have 32. If you're like Army, Navy is 30 because they don't have a tight end, but they're like 3 backs. So we're going to go Bama. Why Bama? Bama Y off. We're going to go Bama Y off. We're going to keep Y always as the strength. Strength is to the right because we're going to the field. Oh, Bama Y off. Yak. Shift. Yak. Duo. Shift. Yak. We'll just call it, what are we going to call it? Bama wing, Yak, Bama wing. No, we got to have something else. Because Bama's the 2 tight ends opposite of each other. Yak. We'll call it King. Yak, King. Yak. Gun. Far. King. Left. Okay, strength is to the left. Those are both tight ends and motioned over. So there we go. This is going to be 4-3. Oh, we got a penalty. Wasting my time on that play. I thought there was a play before that was a penalty. Nope. So we're wasting my time showing that play off. But that's kind of a... Okay, so we're going to have... It's going to be 1st and 15 then, right? Yes, 1st and 15. 15. Left hash. Plus 30. Let's get into it. Okay, we don't need to worry about that play. It's the same thing. I'm going to run the play anyway. 12. Left. Okay. Oh, this is max protection. This is 70. Put a note, penalty, false start. Okay. So they're taking a shot here. 70. Right? '70 Z corner X post. He might have shifted the blocking, but I don't know how much he really shifted the blocking. He might have just been making sure that the line knew where they were working towards. I don't know that he audibled the blocking. He might have just been going through like, hey, making sure that they knew. I don't know that that's X post. I'm going to call it 7 X post. What's the coverage on this play? Okay, so they're in a 4-3. This is 4-3 over. Let's see what the coverage is. Yeah, this is. What is the corner doing? Is he in cover? See how the backer's carrying? This is telling me. I think this is just straight up cover 4. So 4-3 stack over. 4-3 stack over. Right? We got everything. We got 70. See, he's starting to backpedal. He's not really squatting like it's cover 6. So I think this is just straight up cover 4. Stack over. I don't see a line stunt yet. No line. I've seen one line stunt in this entire freaking game by Mercer. Tell you what, man, this is the kind of, you kind of enjoy these types of defenses that you're going against when you're doing it. Right? Almost gets it intercepted. There's no, excuse me, we got to go pass. No gain. Play direction was to the right. So we got offense, second, 15, left hash, plus 30. Let's see what they come out in. Okay. So they're going to line up in king left, shift, over, rhino, shift, over, strong. 4 tight ends and 1 wide receiver. Nice, Steeler fan. Shift, over, strong, right. Strong eye right. There we go. Personnel is, maybe this is 21. I think this is 12, but they're just shifting into that. So I'm going to call it 12. We've been labeling that guy a lot. Tight end. We're going to keep it consistent, guys. Keep it consistent. Right? So the offensive strength is going to be to the right. I mean, this is how it goes. You know, you got to keep things consistent. And then we're just going to have, that looks like it is outside zone right there. Not wide zone, outside zone, the way that the back track is. Yeah. So they will line Jonnu Smith up in the backfield and run him with the defense. Oh, it's not a bad idea. All right, so what we're going to have is we're going to have 16 OZ as the play. That's how simple we're going to keep it. It's a run. What's the defense in? Defense is in a 4-3 stack. Looks like it's over. 4-3. 4-3 stack over. Looks like it's man coverage, so 2 receivers up top are in man. 2 receivers up top are in man. Now these guys, they're walked right up, so that's telling me probably man. Do we have anything from the defensive front? I don't think we have anything. I think that's just 0 hole. There's nothing specific there. Those guys are walked down so far. 0 hole. The linebackers are just kind of there playing as the specific. The safeties will have man coverage, but the linebackers will kind of be there to help clear anything out, like if it's trying to come underneath or be in that hole. What's the gain on the play? 6 yards plus 6. Play direction is to the right. All right, let's go to this last one. This will be the last one. How much we'll see it in the regular? Yeah, it was a 6-yard gain. Okay. You kind of see here we get the shift. The safeties walk down. Like, see how they're walked down? The corner and the safety. So I'm just saying 6 hole because that kind of cleans it up. Browns fan? Oh. You must be having a rough one. You don't know what's going to happen with your team. 0, 3rd and 9. We're going to be on right hash. Plus 24. Let's see what we get here. I think he just shifted his back over. Okay, so 11 personnel. We've seen this a lot, right? Gun far. Left. Y off tray. Y off tray. Browns and Steelers fans. You guys can argue with each other. That is just a bad read by QB. Okay, what's the pass pro? It's 61. They don't blitz anybody. What do we think the coverage is? What are the pass routes? It's the same as they ran this before. What is this? Where is it? Where is it? Looks like 61 curl. Use it as a matchup. It would be, it'd be good to use to have pull it out, make teams have to defend. Can't use run a light box. 61 curl. Remember, they ran this before, but this time the X is running a comeback. So line sliding left, back stepping up. He doesn't have anybody, so he's going to go to his route. So we have they ran this before. We saw this before. Result is INT. No gain. Play direction is to the left. This is why they run so much cover 4 at Mercer. Okay, what do we think? This is obviously a nickel 42 high. I'm just going to call it nickel 42. We could get really like the safeties are high and things like that, but I'm just going to play nickel 42. It's like it supposedly has 5 across. See how there's 5 receivers across? How much time was in the game at this point? It was just near the end of the first quarter, so he shouldn't be like trying to press it. It's kind of like, I think this is cover 4. He's the one who's playing deep. And he's kind of goading him. He's kind of selling that he's not the guy dropping underneath here. It's not man coverage because the linebackers are dropping so far back, right? Helping here, playing middle of the field, carrying middle of the field. This is just straight 4 for me. If you want to call it quarters, 4 quarters, you can. I just call it cover 4. We'll add palms if we need to make it a palms. But to me, like you could even call it 4 palms if you wanted to. We'll call it 4 palms for those of you out there. But this is 4. To me, this is 4. Even though this looks like it's 5. There's 5 dropping, it looks like, right? Notice how he's starting to carry underneath. He's kind of fooled the QB. QB's thrown it. Boom, intercepted, turnover. So, notes. Safety. Disguises. This is responsibility. Goated throw. Thanks, Steeler fan. I appreciate it. Welcome in. So you guys understand I used to coach. That's why I'm doing this. I know that was kind of like a long session, right? It's, what time is it? 6:51. This has been almost 2 hours of me doing this. We kind of started slow, but it gives you an idea. So here's what we're going to do. Let me go ahead here real quick. So we're going to come off this screen. Okay. So we'll go to for the full talking screen, just so you guys have it while I pull this up. Let me do this. Okay. Hold on. We're not done yet. So we've just done like 3 drives. Okay. So the reason that coaches do this, just so you guys understand, is then we go out and we put in stuff. And again, like I said, I don't, don't have the greatest thing. But let's say that we go down, distance, play type. Okay. Hold on. We put it in, what we do is we put it in a thing, just so you guys understand. Down. No, that's not where I want it. Okay. So what we'll do, and let me show you real quick. So then what we do is we holding offense. So then what we do, and we'll go right here, is like you would put it into software. And I figured out how to do this a little bit. So what you would do is like there's software within the computer system, within the system of like Huddle, Catapult Thunder, DV Sport. And basically what you do is you go, hey, show me what they called. So for example, oh, you're welcome, Steeler. I try to explain, because I coached, some of the rules and stuff. There's guys who come in from time to time. Like half of the guys that you'll see at the end on the end screen are members of this channel. So you'll see that. But like what you see right here, guys, is so remember, start of a new drive, we put 0, not first and 10, 0 and 10. So we know that we got 3 drives done. On those 3 drives, 66% of the time they ran the ball. Now, if we did the full game and it came out saying, hey, they only threw it 2 times out of the 10 drives, then we know, hey, chances could be, and we do like 10, we do like 5 or 6 games, 7 games, all their games. We get a percentage, and you have to understand defensive coaches, that's what they do. They go by percentage. Same with the offensive coaches. It gives us an idea, hey, when they get this particular look, what type of coverage are they doing? Mercer runs a lot of basic coverages, and that's why. So that's kind of an example of doing this. That's why you do it. This is how it helps the game plan. It gives you an idea of what type of look you're going to get from the team. Let me go ahead. Let me go back to full talking screen so you guys can see. Let me see if I can make it look a little bit even cooler. Again, Excel, I'm not as great at Excel. So I am more than willing to admit that, guys. So hold on a second here. Okay. Oh, wait, hold on. Sorry. Let me don't worry about the blank. Okay. I'm glad you enjoyed it, Steeler fan. It's some people it's droll. It's a long. It's. I like how my hair's all because of the fan I've got on. Push my hair up. You're welcome, guys. But you see right there, you have a thing. So on 0, that's how many times they ran the ball. First down, they actually threw the ball more than they ran the ball. Just so you guys see that. Second down, right? We've got second down. They ran the ball more on second down. And then third down, they ran the ball more on third down. So in those drives, you start getting a picture of what North Dakota State is doing offensively if you're a defensive coach. Now, obviously, this isn't a full in-depth. This is just to give you guys an idea, but that's how it kind of works, right? You can kind of just break down stuff how you want it to go. And there's a lot more systems within it. You can do it all like this. There's just a lot of different things that you can do. So hopefully that gives you guys an idea of how teams break down film. I mean, it's like you kind of saw there early on, we were like, oh, I don't know what this guy's doing. Where's he going? What's he doing there? Things like that. You know, like it gives you an idea of those things. In fact, let me do. Yeah. So that kind of gives you an idea and things like that. So, well, thanks, Caleb. I appreciate you being here. Yeah, you know, I play the game, but I like to do a lot more breakdown stuff. As we're heading into the season, we're getting a lot more breakdown stuff. And so that's why I wanted to do this, because college football starts Saturday, baby. We'll be doing more breakdowns and things like that with it. So I appreciate you guys being here. I'm going to go ahead and end the stream, though. Hopefully this gave you enough information, kind of give you an idea of what it, you know, it's not easy. Coaches go through it. And as we were talking about it going, you know, generally speaking, because there's a lot more coaches sitting together, it can go a little bit faster. But, you know, obviously I had to explain everything to you guys early on. So that's why it took longer and stuff. But I appreciate y'all being here. The stream will stay up. I'm going to leave it up for you guys to be able to watch it no matter what you want to do. You guys, we'll see you later. Enjoy the end credits. I got to run the end credits for my members of this channel. Appreciate y'all. Caleb, Steeler fan. We also had some dork being in here today, which is T Stump, actually. I appreciate you guys being here. Thank you very much. Like I said, hopefully you enjoyed this video. We'll see you next time, though. Let me go ahead, switch it over to my credits, and then have a good night. Like I said, make sure to check out other videos as well. Explain wide zone, outside zone, inside zone, duo, personnel. There's all sorts of things. And then as we get going, we're going to have more football breakdown videos coming. By the way, we also have merch. Offensive line is a skill position. Having coached offensive line, tight ends. I made this. We have that. We also have God's Play hats available. Did I upload my custom playbook? It is Big Ian Custom. Here, I'll just type it in the chat. That is in College Football 26. It's probably got too much, but I think it's got a good mix of motion, run game, RPOs, things like that. If you want to check it out, you know, I do pretty good with it on Heisman. And just take a look. It's got some triple option. It's got a lot more spread stuff than the Rice playbook. We do have one of the Rice playbook formations, Caleb. So it does have some triple option in it, which, by the way, some of that is broken. Just so you guys know, I have to make a video about it. You're welcome. You're welcome, Shane. Yeah, there's so much. It's hard to find a good thing, but I got a mix of power run game, like power O, power duo. We got a lot of RPOs, things like that. We got pre-snap motions. I mean, if you want to throw the ball, we can throw the ball. If we want to run the ball, like we can run for 200, 300 yards, or we can throw for 300 yards. Like we can do it all. I think it's good balance. Well, you know, and I've thought about doing a video like with a play call sheet and streaming while I play the game, and we use a play call sheet. So you guys kind of get an idea of how coaches put together a play call sheet. So that may be in the future as well. But everybody, I appreciate y'all. I play the game over on Twitch. You guys can come over there. And if you ever want to see when I'm live on Twitch, make sure to check it out. But guys, like I said, there's the merch. I just appreciate you guys all being here. Let's get to the credits. And hopefully this gave you guys a good idea. Like if you want to be coaches, just know this is kind of what goes into being a coach. When you're a big time coach, you don't have to do it. The GAs do it. But at smaller levels, the coaches do this as well. So everybody have a good one. I do want to recognize the members of this channel at the booster level and above for their support. If you wish to have your name in a video just like this, make sure to check out the join link in the description below. Here on the end screen, you can see that there's another recommended video. Make sure to click that and watch it. Also, make sure to subscribe so that you don't miss out on any future breakdown videos. I hope you have a great rest of the day.